How is everybody doing? I'm doing okay. Thank you for asking. 'Tis I, the Native Patriot. I just want to make a quick video. Disclaimer, warning, this is going to be kind of me just ranting and babbling, but basically it's in the title, something along the lines of the cons of leaving California. So just disclaimer, I do not regret moving to Texas at all. I do not regret that. But there are consequences, I guess is the better term instead of cons. The consequences of leaving California and moving to Texas. You guys know that I made plenty of videos, pros and cons, moving to Texas, leaving California, blah, 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 blah. But even though I've gained so much moving to Texas, there are consequences of leaving California. And this video is specifically me talking about those consequences. Specifically, what I'm talking about is my education, because I left California in the middle of obtaining my bachelor's degree. And let's not even get started on the fact that I'm 34 and still trying to obtain my bachelor's degree. If anybody's curious, I was studying aerospace engineering at Cal State Long Beach. I decided to leave California because of what happened in 2020, and I did not want to get this. So here I am in Texas. I chose Lubbock, which is in the panhandle of Texas. I was going to attend Texas Tech, literally have my Texas Tech water bottle. I'll take a sip. But here's what happened. So, most of you probably know that when you are a new resident to a state, you are not technically, you're not considered a resident. And the way that most colleges work, including Texas Tech, is that you have to be a resident for 12 months before. And you can prove this various ways. Owning property, which I do not own, I rent. And providing 12 months of pay stubs over 30 hours a week or 20 hours a week. I forget it. Anyways, so I moved here last year to Texas, and I applied for Texas Tech for spring of 2022. And then I realized, like, wow, out-of-state tuition is ridiculous. And yes, there is a program which Texas Tech does, which is if you're a transfer student, if you have a GPA above a 3.5, I think, and you get more than $1,000 in what is that called? Scholarships, you can get in-state tuition. But I didn't qualify for that, so I withdrew for spring of 2023. I didn't attend because I'm like, I cannot afford out-of-state tuition, which is like $24,000 a year, which is like $12,000 a semester. I just don't have that money, you know? I do have money saved up, but like, I don't, like, my plan was to use my savings to put down on a house or something like that, not to pay for an overpriced tuition. So I withdrew for spring of 2023, and then I was like, I'll just try for fall of 2022. So that's what I did. And then the same thing happened. I'm still not considered a resident, so I didn't go back for fall either. And then I reapplied for for spring of 2023. It is currently December of 2022. So I applied for spring of 2023. I went to the orientation, which you're supposed to do. I registered for classes. I sent in some form to request my residency change from out of state to in-state. So by the time spring 2023 rolled around, I would be paying, you know, in-state tuition instead of out of state. But they took so long to reply to me, only to tell me that they're requesting these certain types of documents. And long story short, you don't really need to know this part. I have to wait for those certain documents to be mailed to me. I don't know how long that's going to take. Tuition is due January 6th. It's currently the middle of December. So I don't know how long those specific documents are going to get mailed to me in time to give to Texas Tech for them to decide if I'm considered a resident or not. And even when I get those documents mailed to me, and send them to Texas Tech, they still could very well be like, nah, you're still not considered a resident according to our standards and blah, blah, blah. Anyways, the point of everything that I'm saying is that I'm completely frustrated right now. I'm trying not to get down because I want to be done with school already. I'm 34. I want to be done with school. I'm ready to be done with school. Like, if I could go to class tomorrow, I would. It's not that I'm not willing to. It's just that I cannot pay out-of-state tuition. It's just not within my budget to pay for out-of-state tuition. And it's just so frustrating because before 2020 happened, I had my whole life planned out for California. I was going to finish school at Cal State Long Beach. I was going to get a really good job and, you know, just live the rest of my life. There's currently somebody in front of me parked. That's kind of like staring at me, but whatever. So that was my whole plan, and then 2020 happened and then ruined everybody's life. And now I am dealing with having to figure this out because basically I'm just so impatient. And it's not impatient just because I want what I want when I want it, but I feel like at my age of 34, I'm just running against the clock and I'm running against the timer because I have other plans in my life that I don't need to tell you, but it just feels like time is just slipping through my hands right now, and I'm just kind of forced to stop at a dead end, and I'm just stuck here. And basically what my plan B is obviously if I cannot get in-state tuition at Texas Tech for spring of 2023, I'm gonna have to wait to go back to school in either summer of 2023 or fall of 2023, which is months from now, literally half a year from now. So it's like I feel like I'm just wasting my life for another 6 months. I mean, I'm going to continue to work and save money and put money away into my savings so that when I do finally go back to school, and I will legitimately by then be considered an in-state resident, that I wouldn't have to get out any student loans. I could just pay cash for it, which is a pro in that sense. But at the same time, like I said, I'm frustrated because I just feel like I'm just wasting time, and I'm ready to go. I'm ready to run this marathon, but life is like, nah, you gotta stay here. You gotta stay put. We know you have so much energy right now, but you can't do anything, you know? And that's what's most frustrating. There's probably a lot of details that I'm leaving out right now, but the main point is just that these are the consequences of me deciding to leave California for Texas, is that I have to put my education on hold, and it's not necessarily happening the way I wanted it to. I was hoping by now that I would be able to comfortably attend school and finish my education in a timely manner, but it looks like I might have to wait a whole nother semester, wait a whole nother 6 months, and I will continue to go back to my current job now, and just, even though I don't really care for my current job, it pays the bills. I'm just really frustrated, and I'm trying not to freak out, but I'm sure you guys can relate out there when you want something so bad, but it's just like these obstacles keep coming at you, and it's not like, you know, I can just go to school in March or something. Like, that would be cool if there was like different, you know, things like that where it's like, oh, instead of going to school in January, I'll go back in March. It's like, no, the way school works, you start in January and then fall starts in like August. So it's like either January or August, and if you miss January, you have to wait all the way to freaking August. Plan B, hey, I might decide to leave Lubbock, stay in Texas, but move to another city. I might, go to Texas A&M, There's a couple people I follow on the internet that actually go to Texas A&M. And anyways, I'm rambling at this point. I just wanted to stop it there and I'm gonna go for this jog. I'm actually at the park, but if you have not already, follow me on Instagram. If you haven't followed me from Instagram, go to Instagram, follow me there. I will see you guys later. Bye.